Updating and auditing a Pinterest account might be just the thing that you need to get out of the slump that you're in. If you're feeling bored, if you're not feeling creative, if you're not feeling drawn to do your Pinterest marketing, it may be because there's some sort of disconnect between what's currently on the account and what you're currently doing in your business. So my travel blog rebrand is nearly complete. We are just finishing the website in the wee hours of my free time. But my brand strategy is done. The branding, the colors, the fonts, all of that stuff is done. So I'm taking you guys along today with auditing and updating a Pinterest account and what you need to do to audit and update your own. So we're going to go through things like display names and bios, and you guys have seen these audit videos here before if you've been around for a while. In fact, I've done them for you and you loved them. So I'm doing it for myself today, and I'm gonna walk you through the steps. I have a free template for you that you can grab in my free resource library. All the things are going to be available for you. That way you know how to audit and update your own Pinterest account and you feel empowered to do so. So let's dive right in. You are going to get to watch me walk through and audit my own account. So this is the audit template that I am going to go through. You can see there's already a few notes in here because I previously actually filmed the screen share and then the audio was bad, which we've been having some issues with that here on the channel. So I am going to go ahead and go forward with the changes that are in the audit notes, but I'm going to walk you through exactly how I audit a Pinterest account. Now, if you haven't watched any of my former Pinterest audits and you want this audit template to go along with it, I've actually uploaded it into my free resource library. If you haven't jumped in there, I'll make sure the link is in the description down below. But there are all sorts of resources inside of the library that cover 3 big areas of business, and Pinterest is obviously one of my biggest. The audit template is located right here. It looks, it's actually a Canva document that you can make a copy of and then download. And these are the 2 most recent audit videos where I actually walk you through the process of this exact audit template. So, putting all of that aside, let's just dive right into the public view of this account. So as you can see right here at the start, there's no banner on this account. I'm actually logged in as myself. Here, you can see that, and there's no banner. So that is definitely one thing on the notes that I'm going to need to update. So I'm just going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way down through this audit template. So the first thing is, what is the display name and am I using keywords to target my audience? At some point in the evolution of this account, the display name changed. It reverted back to just the business name, and I've never been able to get it back. In fact, if you click edit profile, sometimes people will run into this glitch where it won't actually let them save their name and they'll get an error that says like your first name is too long or something silly like that. In fact, I have the error in a screenshot right here on my computer where it wasn't allowing me to do this even yesterday. The same username, it was giving me this error right here. First name too long. And that in fact was not true. So what I did in order to get that error to go away is I changed my name on mobile, and then the error stopped happening on desktop. So if that happens to you, if you do have an older account and you're trying to make a change to your display name, then go ahead and go into your mobile account, your mobile app, and change the name there. So the display name was obviously just my brand name because that reverted back a long time ago. And then we need to talk about the bio. So back to our audit template, you can see now I have updated my display name. The next thing is my bio. Is it filled out with helpful phrases that my audience is using to find me? Now, I want to caveat my personal travel blog Pinterest account by saying that I don't have any plans to monetize this blog with anything other than display ads and affiliate links and maybe some brand partnerships at some point. So I don't really need to do a ton like I would normally encourage people to do, especially if you're in e-commerce and you're selling products or you're a service provider like myself with my other Pinterest account. I would normally focus heavily on the outcomes and transformations of the thing that I do in order to get people on my Pinterest account to my website and in those funnels. So for this travel blog, I can really focus in on what we do, and it doesn't need to be super sales focused. So there are times and moments where you don't necessarily have to have a super sales focused Pinterest bio. So I actually pre-wrote a bio right here, and you can see this is the old one, and this is going to be the new one. And this new one has some keywords in it that I want to target, like casita travel trailer and Jeep 4xe. There's a few other things like traveling families or weekend warriors and off-road that we also want to target. In fact, some of these things came up in the Pinterest predicts for 2024, like overlanding and off-roading and things like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and update that bio, so that's done. And the next thing that I want to look at is whether or not my domain is claimed. So you get to your claim domain settings inside of your profile settings. So you go to the top right-hand corner, you go to settings, you go to claimed accounts, and then you'll see here that my website is claimed. Wheeling to Dream right here is claimed. So I don't have to do anything else with that part. So this one is a yes. If your website is not claimed, you definitely want to make sure it's claimed. Now there's a few things that you need to do depending on what website hosting or theming that you have. If you're on WordPress, the easiest way to do it is to use the Yoast extension and connect it that way. If you're on Squarespace, the easiest way to do it is just simply in your Squarespace settings. You're going to go and sign in to your Pinterest account through your Squarespace site. It's going to claim. Another way for WordPress that I should mention is just a plugin like WP headers and footers or something like that, and you just put that claim tag in the header. You can also claim it with things like Google Tag Manager if you want to go that route and get a little bit more complicated. Wix, Weebly, all those other kind of website builders, it's really going to be heavily dependent on your settings and getting access to your website header. That's all I can tell you for those. Now, let's move into the bulk of this audit, which is your boards. Are my boards optimized for search? They are, because I am me, and I created this account very strategically back in 2018 when I created it. So I know that my blogs are, optimized well on my website to convert, but my boards are also optimized for Pinterest well to convert. And you can see it's been a long time since I've really pinned to this account. 2021, in fact. So there are probably boards in here that I do need to add descriptions to. There are always going to be things that slip through the cracks. So as you are doing your audit, you do want to make sure that you notate in that section where it says, do each of my boards have a fully filled description, which boards need work. So in this case, what I would do is I would go through each of the boards and I would just list them out, and I would just put the links in there so I can really quickly access them again later. So I would just open all these boards and just start going through, okay, that one has a description, I can skip over it for now. I really want to, in the first round of edits, only find boards that need descriptions, and in the second round of edits, I'm going to go back and look at all the board descriptions and determine if they need to be updated with additional keywords or a better search term for the board title. So in this question, that's kind of the first round of edits that I want you to do. Round one, I want you to link all the boards that have no descriptions and work on those first. And then round two is to go back to all the other boards on the profile that have descriptions. Some of them might be small, short sentences or, things like that, like this one right here. It's 2 sentences. I could expand that to be more like 5 sentences with more keywords. And then I have a better board description. So that's what you're going to do in round two. Now, moving on is on pins I've previously published, am I using keywords in my titles and filling in the titles fully? And then this is also going to be relevant for your pin descriptions. Now, my pins are old, okay? They're old, they're ugly, but I will say I have always been really good about writing solid pin descriptions with really good keywords and writing really good pin titles. So this part of my strategy is going to be a yes. There is nothing here that I need to amend in the strategy going forward. I need to continue doing what I was doing before and just simply add the new branding, the new, content, all of that stuff to the account. So I want you to look at yours and I want you to make a decision. Am I fully filling out my pins? So this is actually an old pin to an affiliate product that I was promoting back, 3 years ago. Free Remote Life Masterclass is not a really great pin title. I'm sorry to whoever owns Remote Work School, but this is not a great pin title. It would be better if it was like learn how to live remotely in an RV full time and make money, something like that. And then again, your description should be 500 characters. Now, some of the new pin schedulers, the new native scheduler has 800 characters. So if you have the new scheduler, it's going to give you up to 800 characters if you schedule it through Pinterest. The old scheduler, which is the one we were just looking at, this one right here, you can only do 500 characters. You can see that limit right there in the bottom of the box. Okay, moving on, because I don't want this to take forever. Do I have any boards on my account that do not fit my niche, that are public? I don't care about secret boards on your account. Or, well, group boards do matter, but any boards on your account that do not fit your niche. So looking through here, everything really is related to travel blogs, RV organization, travel trailers, living in an RV full time. So I think the one thing that I probably would get rid of is, if I had to choose, would be this freelance travel writing. I'm not going to write about that on my website, so I probably would archive that board. Now, there's a couple different things you can do with boards if you do want to get rid of them. You obviously can delete them, but you can also archive them, or you could bring them back to life later on. Let me show you what that looks like. If you delete a board, you have 7 days to basically recover the board before it's gone forever. Whereas if you archive a board, it's just going to be in your archive boards, and you can unarchive it at any time. So you'll see your recently deleted boards down here. You can see I recently deleted 2 boards. If I click restore, it's going to tell you which boards those are, and I can click restore and the pins and everything will come back, but they automatically get deleted after 7 days. So I prefer to archive boards first deleting them, unless they just don't make any sense. This board obviously needs a description. It's secret, but I think it should be public, so I'm going to go ahead and make it public. So just go through and make sure none of your boards are secret that you don't actually want to be secret, and make any boards that are not a fit for your current topic secret. Okay, moving on to the next thing. It's not listed here, but it's your profile branding, and I want to talk you through what that looks like. So we have a profile banner here, and I'm going to go ahead and download this. I've already created it, and you can see this is nothing like my Pinterest, my Heather Farris Co. Pinterest account banner. This is very, very different from that one, because that one is really meant to sell, whereas this one is really just meant to inform. Okay, so your Pinterest banner is a place that should be a billboard for your business. Now, depending on what you do in your business, you might want to use this space to promote an offer or free lead magnet or something of that nature. Because I'm not really doing anything other than writing blogs in order to get traffic and monetize with display ads, partnerships, and affiliate links, I really don't care for my banner to sell anything right now. I just want it to inform. So instead of having a sales focus, I'm going to have an information focus. So Casita traveling tips. So this little trailer is called a Casita. It is the brand, and that is what people are looking for on Pinterest related to me. And that is the hole and the gap that I want to fill in on the platform. I'm telling people really quickly when they land on my Pinterest profile that this is what we talk about here. Casita traveling tips. It's not solely the focus. You obviously can scroll through the boards and see that there's other things. Now, your banner is 900 by 600. I do have banners and board covers, a whole Pinterest starter kit available in my Shopify store, and I'll try to remember to link it in the products when I upload this video. If you want like a quick start for your banner, board cover, all of those branding things. The next thing that we're going to look at is a board cover. There are a couple things that I really want to make sure to impress upon you, and there is going to be a video coming out. I don't know if it's going to be before or after this one, but make sure to revisit the channel and look for it. It's going to be a specific tutorial on Pinterest board covers. A couple notes that you should know. Your board cover should link back to your website. It is a Pinterest pin, after all. So if I were to take this board cover and just use this board right here, Casita Travel Trailer, I'm going to name it something easy and quick. It doesn't need to be the full name of the board or anything like that, but I'm going to name it something easy and quick that's easy to see, easy to read, the eye is drawn to it. And I'm going to upload this to this board. So I'm going to go ahead and open the board. You can click the plus sign, or you can go through the Create Pin tab in the menu. And I'm going to go ahead and click Create Pin. And I'm going to drag this board cover in, and then I'm going to give it a title. Okay, this is a really short description. However, I just want you to get the gist of what you should do. You should write a full title, a full description, and you need to link it back to your website. So this website is in the midst of getting rebranded, but I'm going to go ahead and link it back to my blog for now, not my homepage. I would normally link it directly to a blog post, but on my public site, I do not have blogs for the casita just yet. I only have those on my staging site. And I don't want to link to my staging site. I want to link to the public website. And then I'm going to pin it to that, and we're going to go ahead and click publish. Now that's the most important part of a board cover, is fully optimizing your board cover images for Pinterest. Then you're going to go into your settings of the board, and you're going to apply the board cover. And then ideally, what you're going to see, so this is the public view of my Heather Farris & Co. Pinterest account. You can see all of these have board covers, and it's very easy for you to see at a glance what this account is about, what all the topics are that I cover. So that's really what you're looking to do on your own Pinterest account with your board covers and your branding. So then once you have all of the board covers applied, it's going to be very cohesive. You're going to have that cohesive look to your account. And that's going to follow from Pinterest to your website. And that, my friends, is the most important part. And that is the audit of my own Pinterest account. I hope you guys enjoyed this overview, this redo. Once this goes public, I'm hoping that this full Pinterest account is completely rebranded and you can actually see it. I'll make sure to link it in the description down below. So now that you know how to audit your own Pinterest account, head on down to the description down below and grab that free audit template for my resource library. If you're already a member of the free resource library, you just have to log in and it's already there for you. There are the videos that I've done in the past with the audits, as well as the actual template itself, so you know how to use it. I will also be putting this video in there as well, so be on the lookout for that. Now, beyond auditing your Pinterest account, you might need to know how to create a Pinterest strategy or update your own Pinterest strategy. And to do so, I just want you to head right on over here and watch that video. We'll see you there.